Welcome to the 2017 new moon. It's the first new moon of the year, and it's also the Chinese New Year, which is the year of the rooster. Let me share with you the astrology of what's going on with this particular new moon. It's a very powerful new moon. So we have the sun and the moon in Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is the sign of the sisterhood and the brotherhood. It's a sign of the future. It's the utopia. It's when it's kind of like the archetype of the new and the like the Garden of Eden type thing, where it's an awesomely futuristic way of thinking and living. And so we have the sun and the moon together as a new moon, which is all about planting seeds and bringing this energy from deep within up and out to be expressed. And it's at 8 degrees, which 8 is the number of manifestation. It's the bridge between heaven and earth. So it's like bringing the ideas from heaven and bringing them down into earth and making them a physical reality. It's the number of the visionary, of the CEO. It's the big, seeing the big picture. There are some challenges that go with the number 8. It's like when you go to build anything, there's always some sort of a little bug that you have to work out. And so with those challenges that happen, they all provide opportunities to make us stronger and make us wiser. So 8 comes with sort of a little bit of a mixed blessing. It's a very grounded, it's related to Saturn, which Saturn is always about timing and distilling what is actually worth working for and taking the proper steps to accomplish it, to bring it into a grounded physical reality. So we've got that energy that we're working with the new moon. And we have, right here, we have Mars and Venus, who are conjunct with each other. And this is in Pisces, and it's about seeing past the illusions that we have about ourselves and about other people, and to balance that male and female aspects, both within ourselves and with our polar opposite. So if we're a woman, we'll say it would be with the male side of or with if you're a man, it'd be the female side, both within yourself and outside, in your outer world. So and with this whole thing about the male and the female, Mars and Venus, it's like bringing them together in some sort of a unity, so that you could move forward as in a united force, so that there's not this division, and there's not this polarization, and there's not this tension, and there's not this stress. You're working together as a unit. And over here we have Pluto and Mercury conjunct together, and they're in Capricorn, which Capricorn is very down to earth. It's very traditional. It's very structured. So having Pluto in Capricorn with Mercury right next to it, it's more about bringing out of the hidden depths, the strengths, the hidden strengths, and the hidden power that we have, and Capricorn is more traditional. So it could be, showing up as traditional power, or it could also be showing up, because Uranus is involved in the square there, is creating something new and different, using our power differently and talking about it. And it's also at number 17, which is the numerological theme of this year, and it reduces to the number 8, which also supports the new moon degrees. So we've got this theme that keeps playing out about we're going to make something big here. Now we also have Pluto and Uranus and Jupiter in a square. So a square always means activation, and they kind of push and pull on each other a little bit. It's like, so it's about trying to find this balance, trying to find the right activation, because we have somebody else pulling on us over here. So, Uranus is about new, and it's in Aries, so it's like a new, unusual sort of a beginning. And Pluto is like saying, take it from the depths. Don't do this superficial thing. Look deep. Gather these new ideas from the deep, from the unconscious, from the unknown. Take these ideas, take these hidden strengths, these hidden powers, and bring them out. And Jupiter's saying, okay, fine, do all these things, but let's keep it in balance. Let's keep some harmony. And then when we're in harmony, then we can expand this and make it get big and beautiful. So these are some of the things that are playing out in the astrology chart. Now let's move over and take a look at what's going on in the human design chart. These themes actually, they work together. They're playing out together very well, because if you'll notice in the human design chart, the sun and the moon are in the gate 19. Now the gate 19 is a very sensitive gate, but it's also a gate about relationships. And it's in its lowest expression about relationships. It's like the person is very needy and they're very codependent. And when you get needy and codependent, there's manipulation, and then there can be power struggles, and through the manipulation, and it can get kind of not very nice. The higher expression of the gate 19 is about working together, blending the two aspects, the partners in this relationship, blending them so that each stands alone and each is equal. And when you unite them as equals, they are extremely powerful, and they can do so much more than each individually. And so that's kind of like the highest expression of this. And you have this working out, it's like coming through, the theme for this whole thing is like coming through, reviewing the past. How has your relationships been in the past? What was the good things that happened, and what were the not so good things that happened? And taking the good things, extracting what the blessings were from your past, and using that to build this strong relationship, this egalitarian, where both are equals and both share in this relationship and working towards common goal together, using their inner strengths and their inner powers, but rather than working against each other, they're working together united. So that's sort of like the little theme that's going on in the human design at this particular time. And it's a great theme to start out, the Chinese New Year, which the Chinese New Year actually goes for 2 weeks. And it will end at the full moon that's at February, and which is also going to be an eclipse. So this is very powerful time for what's going on as an initiating period into this year. So we also have talking about how to find the joy and how to use joy. Find the power that's in joy. There's a lot of power that's in joy, and if we bring joy from the inside out, it's cathartic. It can really bring about changes. And we also have Mercury, or not Mercury, but Mars and Venus. They're about taking direction from spirit and holding your own. It's like working with chaos, but don't get so bored. It's like you want something exciting happening, but don't jump ship too soon before it can actually manifest, because sometimes when things come through from spirit, we may not quite recognize them. And when we've got Neptune in the gate 37, which is all about community, and it's about inner peace and inner harmony. And so here we are, and Saturn's in the gate 11, which is all about ideas. So when we've got getting direction from spirit, sometimes it's not very obvious, and sometimes it's clear as day and night, but they come through in the form of ideas. And, so Saturn is saying, okay, well, we got to sort through these ideas and find out which ones are the best ones. And if you listen to spirit and listen to your inner guidance, you will be able to discern which ones are the right ones. And when you you look and see, and you clear out these illusions and delusions that we have about ourselves and about other people, then we can start to see the beauty and the blessings and the light that is all around us. And of course, then that works with, that helps bring joy, because it's like when there's beauty and joy, and it's like if you're in a colder climate or a wet climate and the sun is shining, it's like that is just, it's so uplifting, it's so vitalizing. It's sort of that same thing that happens when joy starts flowing through you. It vitalizes you, it lifts you up, it makes the world look great. And we've got Uranus in the gate of endings and completion. So things will be, some of the things that aren't working for you will be closing down and working their way out of your life, so that new things can come in. So that's sort of this is sort of an overview of what's happening. There's some, some really positive themes going on here. It's like we're going to really be creating things that are long-term, that are sustainable, and building strong relationships and bringing together and balancing the male and female parts of ourselves. That's so important, because if we're divided inside, how can we bring peace and harmony to anything outside of ourselves? We've got to do it first inside. So I invite you, if you'd like to know more about the themes that are playing out in 2017, you're invited to come and take a look at my 2017 celestial preview or forecast. And it grew from just being something very simple, just talking about the transits, to being 15 video modules. So you can go to my site, ElaineC.com, and click on the link that says 2017 Celestial Preview, and then you can watch the first couple of modules for free. And then if you want to sign up and get more, then you're certainly welcome to do that. So until next time, enjoy these wonderful seeds that you're creating, and especially with relationships, because relationships are so important to ourselves. Not only, we always think of relationships with other people, but really the first and number one relationship is with ourselves. And so take a look at your relationship with yourself and how you feel about yourself, and create something new and beautiful about it. Until next time, I'm Elaine Correa.